IRS commission calculated would net the government a little over $1 billion over a decade, where if the IRS agents did it themselves, it would net $87 billion. Major labels, the Bush administration of the entertainment industry, now have seemed to have coldly calculated, who needs to put out anything any good? We long ago forgot how to do that when we can make most of our money suing housewives and teenagers for file sharing. And come on, like the Godfather with, you give us $5,000 and settle, and we'll go away. But wait a minute, I'm trying to pay my school bills. I'm going to MIT. Declare bankruptcy. Give us $5,000. They've collected $100 million so far with these shakedowns. How much of it has gone to artists? As far as I know, none. According to Rock and Rap Confidential, however, Sony BMG, 47% of the software on their own computers they use in the offices is in all likelihood pirated. While in the meantime, Sony BMG turns around and an offer to use a Dead Kennedy song in a redneck monster truck game called MotorStorm 2, they snuck into the deal. They get to give away free downloads all they want of somebody else's work. Radiohead tried to counter some of this by offering a new album where people could pay as much as little as they wanted to pay for it, and most Americans downloaded it for free. And EMI in Britain organized a focus group of teenagers to see what kind their tastes were like. They offered them free CDs, and the teenagers left without taking a single one. Maybe it's because it's all digital and iPod, or maybe it's just because all the CDs sucked and the kids knew it. Nowadays, sad to say, more money from music and entertainment. Well, I mean, the big one is games, even bigger than films, but where's the main money in music these days? Ringtones. Ringtones, which even Sony BMG guy calls wallpaper and stuff. And this worries me now that people are going to grow up young, ambitious. Boy, I know what I want to be and grow up. I don't want to be on stage in a band. I don't even want to be doing those stupid link-sync videos or groveling before those snitty judges on American Idol singing the worst music ever made. No, I want to move up to the next level. I want to be a ringtone. NATO has hired a Coca-Cola executive to retool their brand. And the latest trendy fashion accessory, as promoted by Madonna and Angelina Jolie, among others, adopting African children as pets. A 17-year-old Dutch teenager was arrested for stealing almost $6,000 worth of furniture, virtual furniture, from a virtual hotel. And somebody on there.com paid $83 for a virtual Levi's jacket when he could have had a real one for $5 less. And the Swedish virtual world Entropia Universe had a turnover last year of $365 million. As I think it was W.C. Fields said, there's a sucker born every minute. According to Harper's Magazine, 16 million barrels of oil a couple years ago were used to make water bottles. And it takes twice as much water to make bottled water as is actually contained in the bottle of bottled water. Meanwhile, the U.S. Army is now demanding that soldiers who re-enlisted and got a bonus and then were gravely maimed and wounded return that portion of the bonus for when they can't fight in the armed forces anymore. Yeah, support our troops, right? I mean, another thing I've heard from inside is if you try to get examined for post-traumatic stress syndrome, they ship you back to Iraq. You know, only anybody would be nuts to go there, so I guess we'll send you back. Meanwhile, Iraq, when they finally get any money, are being forced to pay it down to people who already have money in reparations for the Gulf War. Money to Kuwait, money to the Saudis, all brokered by one of the worst gangsters of our time, James Baker, who not only